Jeff White, thanks very much for your time. Now, I've seen some vision on social media recently. I know you're still a big D's man. What does this club mean to your family?
Oh, it means a lot. And hi to all the D's fans. Look, it's been a journey like everyone's been on for the last decade or so, but it's actually goes back a long time. My pop used to barrack from Melbourne. Best mate at school used to barrack from Melbourne. So red and blue has been through and through for me. And then lucky enough, obviously, to play and all that sort of stuff. But over the last decade, just cheering, just being there for him, and now having three boys who just absolutely love the D's, red and blue, colours everywhere, t-shirts, jumpers, you name it. So it just adds to the excitement. I love watching them play, and then when you can watch it with the kids, it makes it all more special.
And I believe your son is wearing the red and blue in his local footy as well.
Yeah, my twins are, but my eldest is actually wearing the Geelong colours. He played for Brillbees today, and they got up. They were undefeated all year, so they won under 14s grand final Div 1. So he's pretty pumped. But my younger boys, the twins, they wear the red and blue at Surfers Paradise Demons, so that's pretty cool to watch.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of the boys, well, into a prelim, what's your belief like? Can you see them going all the way this year?
Yes, I can, and I just only have to look at the way they've been playing. That style of footy has been really quite strong for the sides over the last 5 or 6 years that have won the flag. You go back to the Bulldogs in 2016; they were clean below their knees. They were able to get the ball moving. They were quick, and then they were able to do the defensive side as well. I think they're the pieces that we've been able to put in place this year. That's been the cornerstone of us, winning games and being really strong. And you look at the games that we've lost, we've only lost by a certain amount of points. We haven't been blown out of the water. So it just shows that the defence is extremely strong. But it's across the board. I know that Lever, May, and Christian Salem have had a fantastic year. And that back six has been the cornerstone and the real pillar to our success. But it's across the board as well. I think you look at Cozzy up forward and through the midfield. So that's what I've been really impressed with. And I think you go back to history, if you have a really defensive mindset, but you're able to, have scoreboard pressure, you go a long way. So I'm very confident. And look, the way they played last week against Brisbane was, as every D's fan was cheering, was really good to watch. So hopefully they prepare themselves well and be ready to do that again on Friday against Geelong.
Geelong are obviously a team that have had success for a long period of time. They're quite experienced. What do you make of them?
They're good. They're strong across the board. Tom Stewart's a big out for them. I don't know his progress and where he's going to be this week, but it looks like they were able to fill the void last week. I thought the Giants were going to give him a run, but just shows the depth of their forward line that they've got. Midfield is really strong, so it's going to be a cracking game. It really is. You only have to look at the last home and away game down at Geelong to understand how close this game is going to be. So hopefully it goes in our favour, but they certainly are a very good, very, very strong side.
That last time we met was an interesting one. Plenty of momentum swings. What did you take from that one?
Fitness, defence, from the Melbourne's point of view, and as I said earlier, we've been in positions where we have been down. We've been able to fight back, and that was certainly the second half. And I reckon just looks at the fitness of our footy club. We've been able to run out games, and then at times where we've seen a little bit flat, I reckon. Probably the Collingwood game probably stands out to be a little bit flat, but still we didn't get blown out of the water. So I think that's a really exciting part. I know that when we had really good sides, one of the confidence that we got as a team was we were able to run out games. So we can't three-quarter time. If we were down, we knew that we had the ability to run over sides. So I feel that's a really strong confidence within amongst the playing group at the moment.
You played in a winning qualifying final team in 2000, had the week off before the prelim. Is that week important to have a bit of a break?
Yeah, we were able to play Carlton, and then we were able to just regroup. We were able to freshen up. A few boys that had a few niggling injuries, they were able to, it's amazing what that 2 weeks does just to really mentally have a break. I've seen some of the boys on social media just really chilling out and doing other things other than football, and I think that's really important. And I feel it just freshens you up. I know that we came into that game against North Melbourne knowing that we were fresh. They had a really hard game against, I think they played Hawthorn, I believe. And we just came out guns blazing. We were fresh. We ran over the top of them, and we ended up winning by, I think it was 50 points in the end. So it'd be nice if it goes that way this Friday. It certainly helps mentally and physically having that extra week.
It's been 21 years now since that grand final team. How does this side, in your mind, rank compared to that 2000 team?
I reckon better. I sort of mentioned across the board, we certainly had a great side, but we had a good mix. We had a lot of youth, and we had a lot of senior players and experience. But just the way they move the ball, I think these right now are just moving the ball so well. They're in close. Defensive structure is really good. Look, it's hard to compare. The game sort of changed a little bit in 21 years, but it's just exciting footy, and I'm just really impressed with the balance they've got across the board. And I'm just really hopeful, and like all the D's fans, that we have got that winning mentality that we can take it all the way.
One man who's connecting us to that team is Adam Uze, of course, now the midfield coach. Have you still got any contact with him?
Yes, still speak to Uze. I think he's. I speak to Nita and Granny in that quite a bit too. I think that the influence that he's brought over from Hawthorn has been really underrated. I think he's come in with, Choco. I've never been on Choco. Sort of played against him when he was a coach, but I feel that Uze has come in with a strong mentality on the defensive side from Hawthorn, and that's really impacted the side quite considerably, I reckon. And I'm getting a feeling from the players that have actually, former players that have been around and been to some of the games earlier this year. So, yeah, it's really exciting. I think, that Hawthorn, what they've had, the philosophy over the last 10 years, you see McRae's now got the Collingwood job. There's something in the water over there that's helped a lot of clubs, and I feel that's what he's done for us.
You were, of course, a ruckman. Our current ruck, Max Gawn, 5-time All-Australian, ticking along quite nicely. Do you enjoy sitting back and watching him?
Yeah, and you see him, the flow on to Jackson. Like, it's just a great combination. He just gone leaps and bounds. I mean, to go five-time All-Australian is an incredible feat. All-Australian captain of the club. Just an outstanding year once again from Max, and he's led from the front as he always has. But his influence with Jackson, he's just come on so incredibly exciting, and using his basketball athleticism and not only playing the ruck but also go up forward and kick goals and scoreboard pressure. So really love that balance in the side, and what a player for the future to be able to take the reins from Max Gawn. Jackson
was one of a number of young kids who did play their first final a couple of weeks ago. Are you impressed by how quickly some of those guys have come into the side and just played their role?
Yeah, that's the important there is just playing their role. The message would have been it's like any other game. It might be a bit more intensity, might be a bit quicker. You're playing against the best sides in the competition, but I feel they slotted in really well, and that experience that they've gained throughout the year has certainly led them to approach it as a normal game, and they were outstanding. I mean, they're from I guess you go through the list. Cozzy was fantastic, and there were so many good players across the board. But the youth and those younger kids just getting the experience throughout the year certainly helped them in the first final.
It's going to be an interesting one against Geelong, our youth compared to their senior experience. Are you excited to watch that dynamic go at each other?
Yeah, certainly am. There's plenty of experience in that Geelong game, Geelong side. So, but we have experience as well. So, it really Geelong kicked a really good. They were able to put some scoreboard pressure on Friday night. So, going to see how they match up against our backline. Our backline's certainly strong. So, it's one I'm looking forward to. Kids are looking forward to, and I guess all the Melbourne faithful are as well.
It'll be a great game. Jeff, thanks very much for your time. Great to hear you're still a big fan of the D's.
No worries, Ben. And I just want to introduce you, Kahani, if I can. Kahani, come here. Come here, mate. He's just won the grand final today. Where are you going? You're going that way. So I told him that he would come in. So Kahani, this is Ben. So say hi, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Kahani.
So this is Kahani. He's got his medal that he won today. So yeah, he's really, really excited, really happy. Got the D's jumper on that he got. So he's 14 and he's 6'3". So still, I think a lot of growing to go. Now he's bringing in. Oh, that's Billy. There you go. So yeah, we'll be all cheering on Friday night. So get these.
Incredible. Fantastic work. Thanks very much for your time. Well done today, Kahani.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Benny.